I think I started this in November. I got all the easy bits done. There's his nose and his feet, legs. I need to do the ribbed cuff to sew it on the top of his boot there. And his arms. I wanted fun fur on his cuffs, his mittens, and his hat. I didn't have any red, so I went with this kind of a burgundy and a deep pink, but you can barely see the color changes, the alternating colors, and I like it. I also didn't have enough green, so I alternated here too for the bottom. So I got all that done in November and December, I believe it was. And I went up to here with my color work before I set aside my pattern, my project, and let it think long and hard about what it was doing. It was very lumpy. See, it's most visible here. That stitch and that stitch are on the exact same row, and this one is so tight and that one is so baggy. So it's quite lumpy. And then I picked it up for April Red Heart knit along, which is whips. April's whips. And I completed it. And you can really see the difference in my ability. See how even and smooth that is compared to how lumpy these ones are. See, I can't even explain that. Look at how bunchy fluffed that is and how strangled tight that is. And it's the same throughout, and you can see the interstitial twists. Got lots of elbows in there. I don't know. My yarn balls were climbing one over the other and twisting, and I was just 2 colors and I was a big mess. But anyway, you can even tell in the back how floppy and mangled and twisted my floats are, and then up here they're so even. The other thing I noticed in here, it was alternate green, white, and then the next row was all white, and then the next row was green, white again. And I didn't want to snip and join my yarn again. So what I did was knit green, slip one, knit green, slip one all the way across, and then I slid all my stitches to the other end of my cord and started again with the white, doing opposite, knitting the ones I slipped and slipping the ones that I knit. So it was white, slip, white, slip, white, slip, all the way across. And then I can't remember how I did it, but I completed the center white row, and my green and white strands were on the same end of the work. I can't remember. I just know I slipped and knit, and then went back and filled it in. And then I did the center white one, and then on the way back, I can't remember if I was going this way or that way. I did my color work with one in each hand and worked both in the same row without slipping and going back like I did that one. It just fascinates me how you can see that even down to here, the technique kind of pulls the shape of the rows. Like this here seems slightly raised, and this here seems slightly drawn down. So they're not equal like how these are beside. This is kind of here, and this is slightly above, and this is slightly below, and that one's slightly above. And it seems to affect the 2 rows below and the 2 rows above, this row and this row. And it's also thicker. It's a lot thicker than the rest of the color work. It bulges a bit. Anyway, I don't know why I'm so fascinated about that. I just wanted to show you how far I've gotten with this and what I've learned. Between here and here, I had quite an experience with color work. Oh my God. This pattern here is fantastic. The designer put the grayed out stitches, the non-stitches in the graph, which let me see the exact stitch count in between. And I set aside what I was doing because I needed to learn how do I shape this and what are all these stitches doing. And I was trying to get that in my head because I needed to recreate, I needed to use that knowledge, I needed to recreate an idea. And it was not going well. I set it aside and I came to this pattern, which is not a double knit pattern, it's a bulb. But I like the graph for the grayed out stitches and the indication exactly where the color changes are and exactly where the increases and decreases are. I needed to get that in my head so that I can proceed with what I was up to. And I really appreciated this pattern for it's a nice pattern. I'll link to my project page for this, so if you want to see the pattern. After I was done, I was thinking, hang on, both the deer have antlers, and I always thought that it was just male deer that had antlers. I don't know. Reindeer, maybe they're different. So that's that, and that's my progress that's my story, my learning experience. And oh my God, I'm just so proud of how nicely this all evenly turned out compared to what I was up to earlier. Lumpy to even. Yay! So that's that.